Hi. Lulu. I set up a towel for her, but she really wants my mat. Hi, Lulu. So Lulu, I've probably told you this before. I don't know why I waste your time with this nonsense, but she has asthma, or something like asthma. And sometimes she has these flare-ups where she can't breathe very well. And I have to give her an inhaler. She's crazy. And it's like, she doesn't want it, but I'm like puffing it in her face. There's like this thing I'm supposed to put around her. There's no chance. I just like puff it in her face and try to hold her still. And she hates it, but then after, she feels like $1,000,000. And today, this is because last night she couldn't breathe very good. And today she feels so good. And she's trying to say, thank you, Mama, for taking care of me. I will take care of you always and forever. Because she's going to live forever, and don't tell me otherwise. You need a yoga block if you have it. If you don't have a yoga block, any kind of a little platform will do, and it doesn't need to be very high. You can also do this on the floor, what I'm about to do, not yet. Move it off to the side. So any kind of a platform will do just fine. We're going to start with some light weights. Mine are about 1 or 2 pounds. I know I say that every time because I can't remember how much they weigh. And I'm going to just work out over on the side here because God forbid I move my cat. I'm Maeve. We're going to go here. Arms go wide. I'm so happy you're here. This is going to feel like nothing when we start. I know. My feet are wide. My toes are a little open. My knees match that line. So everything we do comes from our center. You know this. I know you know this. So right now I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm keeping my belly contained so that when I feel really strong and stable like that, I have ease in my limbs. Like I can move these arms. Also, I'm holding 2-pound weights, but you know what I'm saying. And it means I don't have to like jerk them up or use momentum. We're going to hold it up. Thumbs are up. We're going to pulse it up. Just getting a nice warm up on the shoulders. I think I'm going to straddle Lulu so I'm a little more centered. These are the neurotic things that go through my mind. I'm still off center, but that's okay. I'm kind of like a little asymmetrical. A few more pulses here. Legs are crazy strong. So just because your legs are straight, it doesn't mean that you're not working them. You know this. So every time I say that, like because I know you know these things. We're going to drop into a squat now. They're really going to work. We're going to take these thumbs back. So the movement looks like it's the hands, right? Because they're moving, because they're the furthest appendage on the arm. My ask is that you tap into how your shoulders feel here. This nice squeeze of the shoulder blades in toward the spine and kind of pressing into your back. Yes. This can, of course, be done with no weights. A little deeper in the sit. Whew. Elbows are going to come in toward the sides. Bring it in, extend it out. I'm going to have to get my mic down next to Lulu because her purr is just the best. This is the beauty of doing things at home, right? Our companions. Good, bring the elbows in. Open up the chest. Back with the thumbs. Bam. Woo. Let's go for 8. 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Legs straighten again. Pull, pull. So there's tension, like it's almost like you're moving through water. So I know the air doesn't weigh anything. Create a little resistance, a little tension. So you're pulling and pushing. The elbow down is a pull, the arm up is a push. Yes, getting our shoulder girdles so good and warmed up. You're squeezing your feet toward each other so your glutes are engaging. Both arms together. Squeeze those feet toward each other. I hope that makes sense when I say that. Like you're trying to pull your feet together. Like a scissor action. Yes. And it's not just the feet, obviously. That's like the foundation point. But the legs are drawing in toward each other. It's like you're riding a horse or something. You'd never have your feet turned out like this riding a horse. But you know what I mean. This is squeezing in. 4. And 3. 2, last one. Beautiful. We're going to put these little weights down. You need one heavy weight. All right, we've got a staggered stance here. This is a squat. That means your butt needs to drop down, your knees need to bend. You're going to drop. You're going to bring it around in a halo. You're going to alternate the direction of the halo every time. Yes? And even though you're reaching down, you're keeping your chest up. And really that's the main difference between a deadlift and a squat. So if I was doing a single leg deadlift here, we'd be tipping over, which is a great exercise, I love it. But since we're doing a squat, we're bending our knees. With that said, if this bothers your knees for any reason, do that deadlift instead. It's one of the beautiful parts of a deadlift is that you don't have to bend your knees as much. But the big difference really is in the position of the spine. Yes. So we got our shoulders good and warmed up. So that movement here would feel a little more easy. A little easier. Come on, 2 more. Beautiful. Arm of the back leg takes the weight. We tip over. Hug this hip in. We pull. Wide and a little back. Last 3, we've got this. Last one. Beautiful, bring it up. Switching our feet. Drop. Halo. Two more. Last one right here. Come on. Beautiful. Pull. Let's go 4 more. Last one. Beautiful. Weight down. So we're going to do this with no weights. This is where a yoga block gets real handy. If you have a bigger foot, you might want 2 blocks stacked end to end here, okay? I have an 8.5. I get a little toe hang, tiny little bit of heel hang, but I'm pretty much on the block. So I want you to be nice and secure. We're going to start on the top. Pin this hip in, get as tall as you can. Just feel the work just standing on the 1 foot. So sorry. You're going to bend your standing leg. You're going to take this leg behind. If you need to, you put the pinky side of your foot down for stability. If you don't need to, you float it. And you drive back up to standing, trying not to touch the foot on the block. Yes? Let's go. We can talk on any topic and never stop it. I know you got other options, a lot of prospects, but they only know the same. I want the box. So you can start where it feels pretty like solid and safe, and then I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to really stretch that leg across. Yes. Sound just like the theme song, come turn my dreams on. You're the star of a movie, I'm watching reruns. Wanna cut off all my options, put you on top. 2 more. We just stepped outside in public, the camera's popping. 1 more. Beautiful. Stay up. Just bend the standing leg. Place your foot down. Push to come back up. I'm not actually putting any weight in this foot. I'm just placing it down, but I'm not shifting out of this, my stabilizing leg, my moving, working leg. It's like I have a peg leg over here. I'm just feeling it touch the floor. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Switch your foot on top. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to move over so I don't get the lil. All right. It's like in the subtle details, right? Strength of the standing leg. First, just start here. We're going to try not to bring this foot to touch. Every time you do that, there's nothing wrong with it, but just know that you're giving this hip a break, and that's why you're doing it. You're giving your core a break, and that's why you're doing it. Sometimes you need that break, so take it if you need it. Nice and strong here. Bend. Bring the leg behind. Come back up. So the first few, you might just be testing the water, right? And then we start to make it bigger if you can. Woo. Really nice. We're working this really beautiful relationship between your hip and your knee and your foot. So your foot is your foundation. Your hip as this major stabilizer when we're working in this transverse plane. And noticing where the knee wants to go and trying to keep the knee tracking. So on this side, this is my left hip. I've had some injury to this hip in the past where it's not as stable. It pops like every 30 minutes. And I feel that it's harder for me to keep my knee stable on this side primarily because my hip is not as stable. So they all feed each other. One more, because I've been talking. And I also went to touch Lulu. Okay, she didn't like that. Actually, she did like it. She's like, you've been ignoring me. Now we're just here. We bend the knee, the butt goes back. Come back up. See, this side is like not quite as easy for me. Not that the other side was easy. And just notice that in yourself. You might be totally balanced. Congrats. But one side might be a little more challenging. And for me, it's like once my body sees it, I start to fatigue faster. I feel more in my ankle on this side because I'm less stable. Notice these little things. But I do start to get it. Like I start to get it. But there's a lot more work that has to happen. All over. Woo. And I think that's really interesting. Like noticing your body, noticing how things that have happened in your body affect how you move, and the ease with which you do things. Last one. I feel like that was really fast, but I'm pretty sure I counted. I'm gonna do one more. I didn't feel like it was easy. Perfect, you're done with that. Okay, a little bit heavier weights if you have them. I'm going from like those 1 2-pounders to 8-pounders. Stagger your stance, chest is open, out to the side. Good, now, I am working my left hip here. Same hip I just worked. Just in this staggered stance, after doing that little ditty on the block, I can feel how much this left hip has to stabilize when I'm here. And it's like fresh because I just worked it. 2 more. Good, switch your legs, biceps. Yep. Go 8. Try not to use any momentum here. So this is a little bit lighter than I normally would do in biceps, but I'm really putting emphasis on stabilizing and not moving around. 4 more, please. 4. We also did a lot of reps. Last 2. We're going to stay with this foot forward. Side raise again. Yes. It's not just the hand lifting, it's not just the elbow, it's the whole arm. If this ever bothers your shoulders, or one of your shoulders, try playing with the angle. You can change the hand position, you can maybe bring the arms a little forward, play with it, oh my goodness, till you find where it's about right. Hold it here, chest. I'm not saying you're working your chest, I'm saying open up your chest. I just realized that's all I said was chest. Made sense to me. Legs are not resting, hips are not resting, core is not resting. And I can take reaction, so you tell me go to hell. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me now, but she says I'm a rule. Romantic, tell me fantastic. Touch me now, but she says I'm a rule. Last one, little pause. Roll the chest open. Put the feet in balance. Both arms together. 8, 7. When my arms go forward, my glutes are engaging. My belly's drawing back. Give me 2 more. Give yourself 1 more. Perfect. Put those weights down. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I'm going to use this mini band. If you don't have a mini band, this is hard enough without any outside force, but an ankle weight would work also. So anything, Lou, you're gonna let me in at all? All right. Hi. Anything that will give some outside resistance if you want it. You want that towel? Okay, you go there. I want to give this little ditty of information. The lower the band is on your ankles, or on your legs, I should say, the harder it's going to be. So if you wanted to make this easier, you could also slide the band up above the knee, and it will make it a little bit easier. All right, Lulu, come back. We're gonna lie down. Top arm is down. It's giving stability. Top leg is lifted. First, we have an isometric. Bottom leg is pushing down, the foot is pushing down. Energetically, I'm lifting my bottom ribs and my waistline away from the floor. Yeah. Okay, now top leg. We lift right here. Lift, lift. Now, as that leg goes up, try to minimize any other movement. Again. Last two. Hold it up, hold it up. Your bottom leg is going to kick a little forward, and then your top leg is going to go back, back.
Check it out, tic-tac. Toe it, 3 in a row it. Sit back, relax, and listen to a pro it. As I start going, blowing, flowing, showing, and moving MCs that I'm the capital H of evil, I decent. This is my yard, and better yet, my precinct. No discontent because I'm all about pleasing. You like my style? I'm buck wild, I'm bananas, I'm out of hand, extravaganza with the plan. So can you dig it, man?
Last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Beautiful. Switch sides. Oh, I have too many things in the way here. And a cat. All right, so set it up. First, we just isometric. We just hold. Top arm creates some stability. Bottom foot is pressing down, top leg is just pushing up into that band. Bottom ribs, bottom waistline lifting gently, energetically away from the floor. Let's pulse, lift up. So much hip stability, all these nice deep muscles. Second side rough. And it's my more challenging side too, but we're not done here. We're not done here. Last 8, let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Now, bottom leg is going to go forward. Top leg is back, back. So this top leg is going into hip extension. Woo.
All right, let's go.
My movement's not very big. It's not like I'm not able to do a very big movement here. Quality of movement.
Let's skate.
My goodness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Take the band, slide it up above your knees. You might already have it there. I'm not sure. This is where I like my thick one, but this one's going to be just fine. All right, so hands behind, chest is lifted. Feet are going to come all the way together. Knees are going to go out. See, this is why I don't like this band with my slick little pants that wants to roll up. So just a few reps here, just kind of getting the hips to work together after all that isolation. Chest is lifted. Last 4, go 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take it off. Okay, so before we get into position, I'm going to show you the energy and the arm position I'm looking for here. So not here, maybe here, maybe here. So a little closer arms into your sides. And then hugging the arms in toward the sides. And when you do that, if you put your hand here and you kind of squeeze your arm in toward your side, you might feel your lat engage a little bit. That's that big muscle here on your back. So if I squeeze in, I'm getting this nice lat connection here. Your lats are really important to your body because they're like this big muscle on your back that helps connect upper body to lower body. And it seems like what do my lats have to do with what we're about to do? Everything. We're about to do some push-ups. I'm going to encourage you to do them on your knees so that you can really focus today on this action of hugging the elbows in. And with that said, I don't want your elbows here where you're like bumping down and like bouncing off your elbows. That's not what I'm looking for. There's still a space here. They're hugging in, they're squeezing in. Yeah? Set yourself up. So your hands don't need to be super wide here. Hips come forward. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the elbows toward the ribs. Let's go.
To her arm. That's when I got to send her back to her mom. She called me heartbreaker. When we apart, it makes her want a piece of paper. Scribble down, I hate ya. But she knows she loved Jay because she loved everything Jay say Jay does. And heartbreaker, you got the best of me, but I just keep on incessantly.
One more. Forearms come down. Really nice work. Tuck your toes. Forearm plank. Now just a nice hold here. Legs are strong. Glutes are working gently, belly pulling in. Push the floor away, spread the shoulder blades. Gaze a little forward like you have a Lulu in front of you and you want to look at her. Lulu. Good, turn your left hand toward your right elbow. Roll open side plank. Really basic, no pulsing, no twisting, just be here. Now there's that same kind of gentle squeeze, arm toward rib. It's not going to go there. Lats catching on. Go to the other side. So it's like, imagine you could kind of pull this arm toward your feet energetically. That's going to get this lat working a little bit.
I really be throwing my words, then I'm jamming on the one. They ain't nobody but never jamming on the drum. Swift flip kicks landing from the tongue. More dramatic than Batman and Robin.
Come through center, hands and knees. Just move your shoulders, your spine around a little bit. Couple rounds of cat and cow.
And you gonna respect me and appreciate where I run at. You ain't gonna piss me off.
Right into down dog. Push into the hands, stretch your hips back. Bend one knee, drop into the other heel. And then switch it. And then bring your hands and your feet together. Put a nice big bend in your knees. Roll up your spine. Big breath on the top. And then release it. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here.